Hey there, I'm here to explain queues, which are really quite easy and quite fun. So this is a collection of Java, and we're just going to start out here. I wanted to create a normal queue, which is like getting in the line at the gas station, first in, first out. And you do that by saying queue integer. Well, I wanted it to be numbers, and I'm basically specifying what it's going to be. And then it says link list, and then integer here. So you're making, we're making one called queue. Let's find, why would it say link list? Well, let's just remember here, our little diagram. Link list implements DQ. And that is why that is like that. There's a better one, another one right here. So link list is part of a list, but it also has something to do with queue as well, some code that runs in queue as well. So that is why that is. So to add the items to, well, I shouldn't say priority. You can tell it, obviously you didn't change that, but add some items to the queue. This is going to add 10 numbers. Okay, so it's for integer starting in 10 and until it goes to, until it's greater than 0, it's decrementing. Okay, so it's going to add the function to the queue. Okay, so the queue will look like, basically it's supposed to look like at the front it'll be 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 all the way and down. And peeking is looking at the head of the queue, who's next in line, essentially, or who's queued up. And then polling is removing the head of the queue. So this is going to print out the size of the queue with just queue.size. Here's peeking. It's going to peek at the first one, which should be 10 because that's how it was made. And then polling will remove the head of the queue. Well, it's not 1, it's 10 now. And so that should remove 10, okay? And I just didn't change my comments. And then just this one is going to just poll the queue, which deletes the first line. And then it's going to say the size of the queue, and then it's going to do the head of the queue, and it's going to show you which one it is. So let's run this. Okay, so the size of the queue is 10. There's 10 elements, and the head of the queue is 10, as we predicted. Just polled the queue, which deletes the first one in line, and now it's 9. Should have been 9 is what we had there, and the head of the queue is now 9. So that's that. Now I started out doing the priority queue, and I'll just show you really quickly the difference because it's literally pretty much the same program as you can see here, but instead you use priority queue, and I'm using numbers again, which it could be a string, I suppose. And I added, once again, we added 10 elements. But because priority queue sorts it, it's actually going to come out 1 through 10. Okay? And so I'm just going to run this because it should be exactly the same, but with just a different order. So the size was 10. That remained the same. The head of the queue is 1 instead of 10 because, once again, priority queue sorts it numerically, and then just pulled the queue, which deleted the first one, and so the size is 9, but the head of the queue will be 2. So that really quickly explains how the difference between priority queue and regular queue is, and I hope that helps you, and see you later.